Hey guys, what's going on? So today I wanted to talk to you about why you should keep moving. Now I know, this sounds like a foolish thing, like, man, I'm moving a lot, like, I go up and down the stairs, because you don't know how many times I've heard that. Like, I walk up and down my stairs every day, and that's so hard for me. Yeah, look, I mean, give yourself a pat on the back, but quite frankly, that's not as sufficient as how much motion and movement we really need out of our everyday lives. And if you go back in society, right, and you go back to when we didn't have all this technology, when we didn't have all these means of transportation, and you go back to our roots, right, we were hunters and gatherers, and we were nomads, to say the least. And as nomads, hunters, and gatherers, we were responsible for consistently moving to find our vital needs of living without wreaking too much havoc on the ecosystem. But that could be saved for another time. I want to talk about what is going on with your body and what's going on with a lot of people's bodies in America and in the world in general, because the world in general, we're becoming a more developed entire continent. Well, okay, our continent's very well developed, right? And then our planet, I'm sorry, I meant to say planet, is getting rather well developed in every aspect, right? Because now we're starting to carry other nations up and everything is starting to piece together where everybody has technology, a lot of people are stuck behind desks at work, and a lot of people are using transportation, whether it's a scooter, a bicycle, a car, whatever it may be. You're not moving as much, and that's the point I want to get across here. Because when you think about when these people are getting these depressions, right? And these people are getting these deformities in their body and all these issues with their knees, their back, and their neck. It's because we're forced into this terrible posture, like so, and we're held there throughout the entire day, whether you're at your cubicle or at your desk or whatever you're doing, or even when you're driving your car. You're like this. Your shoulders are rolled forward, your neck's tense, your shoulders are tense, they're going forward. You might get some clicking action and what all that jazz in there, but to break it down simply, our posture went down the hill without our movement being inputted. So now that our posture and our movement are slowly decreased, now our body is vulnerable and it sees the path of least resistance. Now this is the greatest thing about our body. It's able to adapt to our environments, right? So with that being said, it will find the path to least resistance in order to attain what you're trying to achieve with it. So whether you're trying to get insanely big or whether you're just trying to degrade away in your seat all day, it's going to do whatever you choose to let it do and whatever you choose to let it think it's going to do, because the cells will accordingly move with it. So if you're sitting all day, right, and your glutes are stretched out and your hamstrings are stretched out and you're at work all day and your back's stretched out, it's going to start lessening the muscle tissue there because the body doesn't see a need for it. And quite frankly, you're not eating as much anymore probably, even though a lot of people think that they overeat. A lot of people actually undereat, yet again, save for another video. But when it comes down to it, now your muscle tissue back there is not of need. It's not a necessity, right? So it slowly degenerates. And then we have people with these degenerative spine conditions. We have people that slip discs, right? We have all these people with trap problems and cervical spine issues and people with thoracic extension issues because they're so stuck in this forward state that they can't extend their thoracic spine like so without tightening and flexing the lumbar, which you have these other categories of people with lumbar and lower back issues. And then don't even get me started on the amount of knee issues that we have in America. I mean, whether it's just athletics or whether it's just the general public. We have got a lot of issues that are easily correctable just from movement. And this is where it all stems from, my friends. You got to understand that your posture, your movement patterns, and your whole entire kinetic chain need to be in sync with each other, right? You got a lot of things going on in your body, and it's more complex than you could have ever imagined it to be because you just look at a car and you're like amazed, right? That car is nothing in comparison to what your body does and what it could potentially do. But if you're limiting yourself and you're putting yourself in this enclosed capsule, then yes, your car is going to be seeming like a miracle in comparison to what your body is actually doing all the time, 24/7, without you even having to think about it. Now, I want to say this. If you go to the gym or if you go on walks, let's just say you start walking. I don't even want to bring you into the gym yet. Let's start walking. Go on a walk. If you want to jog or run, I mean, by all means, go for it. I'm not going to be against that. However, go on a walk. Go for a long walk. Go for like an hour, maybe 2 hours, right? Just get lost. Look at all the great things that your mind's gonna just explode with. It's gonna be fantastic. You're gonna get all these different things going on in your body. And you might get tired throughout the process, but after you're done, you feel a sense of accomplishment, right? And that sense of accomplishment is from respecting your body and telling your body, look, man, I know you want to walk. I know you want to go do something because you're nomadic. Let's go do it. And once you've finished it, all these things are going to start clicking in your head. And you're going to have all these thoughts on the way towards your walk if you're walking alone. Or when you're walking, you might just be talking to the person next to you. And you'll notice that the conversation will really not decrease or lessen unless you're in a condition like New York City where a ton of people and you might be a little shy, whatever. You're walking, you're feeling good. If you're keeping yourself upright, your neck won't hurt nearly as bad, your knees won't hurt nearly as bad because your subsystems will be firing in the right way that they should, respectfully, and you're going to be enjoying your life a lot more. So what should you be getting out of this video, right? Because it seems like I'm going off on a bunch of different tangents of sorts. The thing I want to get out of this video is exactly what the title says. I want you to learn to keep moving. I want you to learn to be more in tune with your body in the way that it was intended to work. Because we have a lot of I don't want to say that word. Let's go more with improper movement patterns. I've got a lot of bodies with improper movement patterns, and it's causing a whole array of problems that we could really honestly solve very easily, very effectively, if it was just taken care of over a long course of time. However, this is the world that we live in, and I'm going to try my best to influence all of you lovely people to do the best with what you're given. So with that, keep on the move, take care of your body, give it what it wants, give it what it needs, movement, fluency, things of that nature, and you'll live a much happier, better life. Take it easy.